The real reason Charlie Sheen's daughter, Sami, has abandoned him.
Sami Sheen is setting boundaries.
We haven't spoken on the phone in almost a year, and then we haven't texted.
Sami Sheen has officially closed the door on her relationship with her father, Charlie Sheen. And the reasons behind it are more sad than scandalous.
We were fine. He was working on his own stuff and pretty busy, so we weren't even that close.
While the world remembers Charlie for his wild, tiger blood days, it's the quieter, more personal failures that seem to have left the deepest scars, especially on his eldest daughter.
We just want our child to pursue whatever would make them happy, as long as they have something to fall back on.
Now 21, Sami recently opened up on a Bravo reality show and peeled back the curtain on just how fractured her relationship with the 2.5 Men actor really is. While many knew their bond had been rocky, thanks in no small part to Charlie's well-documented past of his habits and erratic behavior.
At first, I was pissed that you made one, but
Why?
now I don't care. Because, Mom, that's really annoying and weird.
It turns out the real turning point wasn't one of those headline-making moments. It was the absence of something much simpler: support. Sami shared that she underwent a nose surgery last year, and although the procedure wasn't life-threatening, it was a moment where she needed her dad to simply be there. A call, a text, anything. Instead, she was met with silence. "We haven't spoken on the phone in almost a year," she said candidly, "and then we haven't texted in a little over 6 months." She explained that even though she and Charlie hadn't been very close before the surgery, partially because he had been busy working on his own stuff, his failure to show up during that personal moment was the last straw. "I was really mad that he couldn't even, call me or anything to see if I made it out of surgery." Sami Sheen went through a lot with her dad. Imagine being fresh out of a medical procedure and realizing the one person who should check in, your own dad, didn't even bother to pick up the phone. And when Charlie finally did send her a message the next day, the tension only escalated from there. What started as a delay in checking in blew up into something really big, ultimately leading Sami to cut off all contact with her father. Interestingly, this isn't the first time Charlie Sheen's role as a parent has been called into question. But to be fair, it's not all bad, at least not lately. According to the actor himself, he's been sober for 8 years now, and he attributes part of that transformation to a moment that involved Sami. He once shared a story about a simple, yet impactful situation where he was supposed to drive Sami to an appointment one morning. But thanks to his drinking, he couldn't follow through. "So I had to call my friend Tony to take us," Charlie admitted. "We got her there on time, but it broke my heart because she was in the back seat and I could just tell she was thinking, 'Why isn't Dad driving?'" That moment reportedly haunted him so much that the very next morning, he gave up drinking altogether. "And the next morning, I just stopped," he recalled. On one hand, Charlie seems to have made some genuine progress in his life, at least when it comes to getting sober. On the other hand, sobriety hasn't been enough to repair the emotional distance that's grown between him and Sami. And despite that moment of clarity and course correction, the damage had already taken root in their relationship. It's even more telling when you compare Sami's relationship with Charlie to that of her younger sister, Lola Sheen. While Sami has kept her distance, Lola has reportedly grown closer to their dad in recent years. That makes the rift between Charlie and Sami feel even more personal, more like a unique fracture that may not be easily healed by time or apologies. And as for reconciliation, don't hold your breath. Sami made it very clear on the show that she has no plans to reach out or try to rebuild the relationship. It's not just a cooling off period. This seems to be a conscious, permanent choice.